This is Bunyoro, the cradle land of Uganda's oldest kingdom, which dates back to the ancient times of the Chwezi dynasty that gave birth to several other kingdoms. Stretching from the shores of Lake Albert across the Great Albertine Rift down to the kingdom of Karagwe in northern Tanzania. They are the descendants of the King Wamala, the king of the Bachwezi that migrated southward after a sudden death of Bihogo, the darling cow of his throne. In fact, according to oral traditions, Wamala's kraal had been located on the eastern shores of Lake Albert around Nsonga Ijumika.
This NAPE work on mining, supported by European Commission, is focusing on addressing mining impacts on food sovereignty, water and sacred nature sites. And we are working in partnership with the Gaia Foundation, some civil society organizations based here in Uganda and in some other African countries, some mining affected communities here in Uganda, and a team of lawyers to revive and strengthen indigenous community governance systems, and also promoting earth law, or call it unwritten law, in the governance of ecosystems.
Sadiq Ngasirwaki, he is the custodian of Nsonga Ijumika. Sadiq recalls the good times of his reign until his sacred site was turned into an oil well. He now laments everything has been disconnected by the recent oil discovery.
Bintu binu bikiraniza ebya hanu nebya butiabwa nebya Kenya bintu binu babimu otugenda kubaza government egambe program ya government mutabaza mukubaza ki kandi bintu bikasangwa.
Up to now, the spirits of Wamala still dwell here, quite close to the delta of River Hohwa, at the fishing village of Kaisotonya. Communities around Lake Albert and beyond visit this sacred natural site to appease the spirits of their ancestors.
Betu kuhika bunyabairo mukuru ebintu ebyo abajungu beija baja takakora kusera gambi ya mafuta naho ebintu byataka kusisikara hatu akorega byo buhangwa nuko bafoire kwikara kuzanira hati twalora kimwe ibintu bitwakoraga byona bitakiwije.
Now a new industry has arrived, the oil industry. In the early days of 2005, the government of Uganda announced a discovery of several oil deposits within and around the shores of Lake Albert. It was the beginning of another life. To some people, there was great excitement, but to the indigenous communities, this marked the beginning of trouble and uncertainties. When the oil capitalists first arrived here, Irumba and many others had great expectations. Today, they have little access to their sacred natural site at Nsonga Ijumika.
Halin kulire nsangire bayisinkuru nyowe uli noli bayina ebintu baramyaga kugamba Nsonga Ijumika Wamara Mulindwa Kaguru bayina Rubanga bayina Kalisa bayina Kibere kimu Mwijamboga ezindi zimbaro zakoraga obukono kugenda Nsonga Ijumika haroho muti kubayitaga mukogi mukoto kyonka ekyo kunira haijaba company ya Excel ibaine hiyo musenyere nibagombekesa mu kampo ege yatalo bagusibaho mobile latrine hato omuyega gwacho omuti yogo.
In fact, one of the oil wells has been sunk right here. To access these wells, roads and pipelines have to be established. The so-called oil road from Hoima to Kaisotonya has come with a lot of pain and uncertainty, ranging from loss of property to unfair compensation.
That mountain area, there are some stones, big stones that are still in the road, and people are complaining that when their machines are hitting those stones there, it makes a very loud sound, whereby they are saying that sound is affecting them, whereby their buildings are developing cracks.
But Ronnie Beino Mugisha, a foreman in the Hoima Kaisotonya Road Construction Company, admits the problem was there and later resolved.
We had a problem here with these people of Kaseta here, Owa, talking about that when we are blasting these stones, where their houses are being tempted, but now there's no problem.
But when we drove deeper along the stretch of the road that cuts across the escarpment of the Western Rift Valley, the story was different. The deafening noise is unbearable, scaring off animals of the wild. These beautiful creatures of Kaboya Game Reserve are now in a big dilemma.
These heavy vehicles are disturbing these animals because the animals are being knocked by these trucks. The blasting of stones up there, it is also disturbing them. So down here, when it blasts, the animals also have just to run without knowing what is taking place.
Even district officials are concerned.
I believe the road construction has affected our game reserve here because of the noise. These heavy trucks that are moving up and down, they are quite many, and some of these animals get scared because when they are settling to come and say take water, the place in the neighborhood is really in heavy noise because of the road construction.
Road construction does not only impact on people and animals of the wild. The water resources upon which life depends is also in danger. This Hoha River basin that feeds Lake Albert is in great trouble. The road construction debris and oil spills from the machinery finds its way to the neighboring Lake Albert through River Hohwa. River Hohwa is also an important factor to the sacred site of Nsonga Ijumika.
This is River Hohwa. It comes up there from the other hill, and as it joins the lake, this is where Nsonga Ijumika is from. This water here, the community members are complaining that chemicals like diesel, rampaging oils of these people who are constructing the road are also failing in this water, but it is the same water that these people are using for consumption.
Apart from contaminating the water resources upon which millions of people depend, the fishery on Lake Albert is in trouble. The recent oil seismic survey, too, has driven the fish away to deeper waters.
When they came to assess on the water, there is some wires which were put on the lake, underneath the lake. But there are some time when we received these narrow patches being laid by themselves, we didn't know why.
Recently we had a survey carried around in the waters. It is, I think, called the seismic survey to prepare for the oil mining. There were a lot of blasts in the waters. We believe that one could have scared the fish away to other deeper breeding places.
Though polluted, the communities around have no other option but to depend on the lake as their source of water.
And we don't know what would come out on these waste products where they would be put. Do you know what how happened in Tungasatu? They said there is no oil. Why? Because they disturbed what? Our cultural site.
So the road to the sacred natural site has now become a road to the empty oil wells of Kaisotonya.
And these cultural sites, they have their network. These, when you disturb this one which is in Nsonga Ijumika, the one which is in America, in Amazon, in Ecuador, where you will know that our brother who is in Nsonga Ijumika have been disturbed.
Even women are worried. They feel they may no longer have enough to feed their family members since the powers of their ancestors have been tampered with. Serena Kobulemi has grown and lived here in the fishing village of Kaisotonya. She's a ritual performer at Nsonga Ijumika. Further upstream in Chaparoni, the pain and agony is felt in the voices of young people like Chiwede, who are now victims of displacement by the oil refinery.
Government told us that they are going to compensate, they will just displace us and go somewhere else. And really, they are going to construct the refinery at our place. If the government took their land, so there must be fair, adequate, and compensation. Since government counted our properties 2012, up to now, the government haven't compensated us.
kandi nekiro kibaizire kusaha boundaries batatumanyise twankabataka kyonka tukasanga emisiri yeitu bagitaireme emihanda haloho musajja yabere nebicholi bakabisaha busaha hansi ne batekame ekihanda kiyabo.
But for many years now, chaparoni has served as a food basket for the region. Many people fear the construction of the refinery could have a negative impact on food sovereignty.
They have stopped us from cultivating, planting more crops. They only told us to plant only beans and the potatoes. Then we are used with eating cassava.
I'm only hoping that we shall not even jump into the era of biologically modified organisms and so on. Once the demand for food is here, those are bound to come in. And then agriculture will no longer be in the hands of the local Bunyoro. And that means our food sovereignty is gone.
Elsewhere in Uganda, the mining industry has had similar consequences. The cobalt plant in Kasese and copper mining on the slopes of Mount Rwenzori has hurt this fragile ecosystem. Every day, hundreds of tons of copper ore and other toxic chemicals find their way into Lake George through River Nyamwamba.
Located on the floor of the Western Rift Valley, not far from the slopes of Mount Rwenzori, lies the Hoima cement industry, feared for its socio-economic effect on the environment. Established by the government of Uganda and now owned by the French consortium, Lafarge, the coexistence of this cement factory with the people, animals and plants is rapidly deteriorating.
Seminti waliwo ekiseera abatayiika ekiseera ekirala n'ayiika kebenga ekintu ekyanise wabweru ogenda kukyanyulako ojjako wakiri nga hafu ya seminti essubi wali wadde embuzi egenda kulisuubira wano tutulunda mbuzi kyokka ne batatukwatirwa kisani batuga nti kati abana abantu engeri tubawone katubawa amazzi wano tulina ekizibu ky'amazzi bw'ogalabako ogamba mata.
To the east of Uganda, the situation is the same. The proposed $500 million project in Osukuru Hills has sparked off fresh protests from the residents of Osukuru and Lubongi. The Chinese-owned Nalfos company has denied communities access to water sources and land for food production.
Hata kama wewe napanda nini hata mogo hata mahindi kila kitu hata matoke miti kila kitu yote nakuja kusabu alafu wewe napata pesa. Sasa wewe kupata pesa hiyo wewe naenda kutafuta dongo pasi nyingine.
Hata maji sisi hakuna namna ya kufanya. Maji iko mbali.
The Tororo rock, which has served as a tourist and cultural heritage for many years, is also being eaten up by the Tororo cement industry. Incidentally, the two features are major water catchment areas for the surrounding communities.
Simiti no ereta nanga. Obe mere osobola kusimba emmere ne eruse emmere eyo ogenda kugikima oba nga muogo yomaze kuyanika wali ne eruse osanga ja cement ngeri yamwa.
And if nothing is quickly done, the principles of the Ecozoic era could soon replace our traditional Mother Earth.
That a lot of living organisms are being extinct at a very fast rate. That's a sign that this world is coming to an end and a new world may emerge. Thomas Bera is saying that the Cenozoic era is coming to an end, and he suggests his own era, which he calls Ecozoic. And he puts the responsibility of this new era to human beings. There is no any other force in the world that is killing biodiversity than human beings.
This Chihaja forest in midwestern Uganda has since time immemorial served as a natural sacred site for the majority of people in Hoima sub-region. The discovery of oil deposits here also keep the forests in balance and could also jeopardize the spirit of their ancestors. Custodians and cultural leaders are concerned.
Sacred natural sites are symbols in the landscape. They are symbols of our being. They are symbols of our history. They show us our roots on this land. And if you tamper with some of these sacred natural sites, you tamper with our heritage.